Okay. I am very late. So, hi, welcome back to more Apollo Justice. Hey Not, hey Banana, how are y'all doing? Hoping that my voice is up to the task today. You know, I kind of forgot that we were in the middle of cross-examining this man. I do not want to be in the middle of cross-examining this man. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It's given to rolling. It's quite plain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you've got looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice. Okay, trying to remember what all the what all evidence we have. Supermarket. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place? Yeah, well, yes, of course. Oh god, what did I do for your voice? It was like deep voice, but with like a shitty German accent thrown on top of it. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of this domestic detail. I think that was close to what it was. That's something along those lines. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean, yes. I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree.
Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion?
That's a good quote. In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content and was on my way back home, yes. Sorry, give me a sec. It can be a religious experience. I must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. Hold it! That's when you passed in front of the Maractus Clinic. Why? Yes, that's correct.
That was a pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Of course. The supermarket is here along the main road. My way home from there. Yeah, my way home from there takes me past the Maractus Clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet woe was I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime.
Hold it!
Which entrance did you enter the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say I went in from the entrance closest to the Maractus Clinic. This is the same entrance our victim used. That's okay. I think that is what I did for Clavier's voice. Did you know it, or did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I am a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. This part of the testimony is the key. I know it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand. Let's try the noodle stand. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said... noodle. Yes, that was it. Remembering something quite well. It sure took you a while to tell us. Thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice... what about that sign? That be important? Yeah, because that means that he was viewing it from the opposite side. So, the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. This noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Sorry, give me a sec. So, I think the contradiction here is that, we have... So, it does say noodle on the back. But that means because the way that he claimed to have seen it was the victim pulling the cart with it this way. And so, I think... I think that the contradiction we're supposed to see here is him, seeing it from the opposite side of where he said it was. Confidence save.
Objection!
Are you absolutely sure the sign read noodle? No, the backside of the cart says noodle on it. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle? Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler, I'll give you that. It read without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So, you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing... here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand. And carefully read what the sign says. See? That sign actually states the name of the stand's odor. Eldunes. Inconceivable. I am certain it was definitely noodle for sure. Positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness said the sign says noodle, and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. I don't know, like... I put him in the bush.
Take that!
The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, the side says noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is Swit. Is Swit? Split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Yeah, you got me.
Objection!
So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
It changes everything, Apollo.
Trucy?
Remember his testimony from before.
Wow, I'm struggling to, like, enunciate my words.
Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
Revolutionary DS 3D. Yeah, he didn't witness Wocky shooting him. He witnessed the guy shooting Wocky. Is what it seems like from here. Also, thank you for the hydrate nap. Can I just say, it is really funny. Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. Man, I'm very scatterbrained today. I said, you know what would be funny, and then immediately forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, it's really funny that they didn't, increase the frame rate of these cutscenes. These cutscenes are still running at like 10 FPS.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. And then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look. And the killer fires his pistol. And that's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler is standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. Sorry I keep having to pause. I don't know what's up with my throat tonight. I don't know what's up with my throat in general.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, the bullet would have hit his left temple.
Ah.
In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes an entirely different meaning.
Indeed. You're absolutely correct, Fraulein. Okay. I have a stupid question. Fraulein is German, right? Like, I'm not... Like, my brain, for some reason, wants to throw it into the French area of my brain, but... It's German, right? I'm not, like, crazy. Fraulein is German. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North? Ah! That's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Yeah. Order! 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 Ow. Apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out.
Objection!
Clarify one point for me, if you would, Air Forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please. Looks aside, I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? Accuse of another crime. I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Her forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's sentence. Elucidate's a great word. I like that word.
Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. Your reason? Court's all ears.
No, he's guilty of something. But what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime?
For evidence? What's all eyes, Mr. Justice? What's the evidence that's show us the evidence points to the witness's involvement in the crime.
Where did we find these? Trash can. I think I'm supposed to present the magic panties.
Take that!
The evidence is this. Good job, Apollo.
What? That? Men's underwear?
Hey, those are mine.
He has zero tact, just whipping him out. Don't look at me like that! I fucking love the pause of the pursuit theme for that.
Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, well, I can't say that this comes as a shock.
It's not what it seems. By Pythagoras theorem. Not Pythagoras. Pythagoras theorem. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage.
Aha!
Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please, hear me out. It's not what it looks like.
Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed.
It's not what it seems. Oh.
So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments?
Perhaps you're not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. As in 4? I stands for intelligent. V stands for valiant, see?
Your point?
I'm not done. Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious.
Objection!
Oh, I didn't even read that. No challenge is too daunting. And what greater challenge to science is... to science than a mystery? Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here. No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. Hey Sachi, how are you doing? We've got to the accusing Stickler of being a panty snatcher part of the case. But my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised. Oh my god, you really just said that with a straight face, didn't you? Oh my god, that's... From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-sized car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh?
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
I just don't understand. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Sachi. A broom and a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics. Broom and frozen chicken, Trucy? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits?
Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick.
You say panties, but there's so much more than that. For me, they're an object for serious study. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I am sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze. Oh god. As she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps as the night owl sees the truth that lies within. Was I... Cool. I know, right? You know, I appreciate the fact that, as much as, for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of the whole magic panties gag, I appreciate that they make callbacks to it in the future games. And it's, like, singular callbacks to it. It's not like, you know, this game where they base an entire ass case on it. It's like one passing reference to it. And, like, there's something about it that just, like, I appreciate that they bring it, like, that it's still a part of Trucy's, you know, magic routine.
Still, that leaves one thing unexplained.
They actually even made custom animations for one of the for magic tricks. I think the fact that it's just one passing mention makes it funnier. Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north.
Indeed. Anyone care to explain why he lied about that?
Be my guest, Air Forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? I really hope that I'm not, like, doing it. I really hope that I'm not offending people with this shitty German accent. I'm fully aware that it is very shitty and not great, but, like, it's the best I can do currently.
Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Mr. Justice, what say you? Have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location?
Oh, that's why that's doing that. I keep accidentally pressing up. Is it the other pair of panties? It's the other pair of panties. The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More panties? To be fair, this is a valid question. I can't even bring myself to say it with a straight face. I'm less laughing at the actual joke itself, and I'm more laughing at just the absurdity of the situation. How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Air Forehead? These are the last, honest. These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. Okay, I'm genuinely curious as to how many times the word panties have been said in this case alone. Like, it's gotta be like upwards of 50. Like, they have said it so many times in just the last like 10 minutes alone. Can't even unravel a pair of panties. Oh, these panties are your handiwork as well. That night, I had been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my pride. Don't say that, please. What's the name of this case? Turnabout Cornered. Don't you see how I felt? Leave me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went toward the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder. Murder of Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. Fascinating, if disturbing tale. Yes, this guy is the panty thief, Banana. Feeling bad for him in the way that, like, he's pathetic. I assume. This brings today's proceedings to a close. And I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. Even the judge is sick of his shit. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended up today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant Wocky Kitaki was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Also, I just realized I fucked up the title. Wocky Kitaki has clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant, Wocky Kitaki, is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple is yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and the prosecution.
Yeah, baby.
No problem. Very well, this belongs,
Huh? Wow, brain. What are...
Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. You know, ever since I saw this branch of fate, the instant I sat on the judge's chair, I've always been dreading this day when this day of court happened. Oh, no.
What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive.
Really? I had fun. And Wocky made it through the day, too.
Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case.
But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly.
Yeah. Trainwreck is putting it mildly, yeah.
The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance.
I think I just peaked my mic with that, like, enunciation.
Hi folks, I'll be here all week.
That's about enough of him.
Hello? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well.
Oh, right. No problem.
Do you think Wocky will be okay?
Well, he's not guilty. Yet.
Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month.
Oh, congratulations. Way to put the pressure on a guy.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Sorry, give me a sec. Okay. Miss Kitaki, the heir to the Kitaki Fried Chicken Empire. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family?
I'm fine with it, and I love Wocky with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet.
It doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob?
I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. And say, where did you and Wocky first meet anyway?
Anime convention. Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections.
Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Ah, office romance.
Man, these two's voices are way too similar. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she?
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
I wonder if this explains that apron. Sorry, give me a second. I can't imagine Wocky going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he?
That's not the word I would have used.
He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world.
That's not the way I would have put it.
His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently.
Again, not the way I would have put it.
But Wocky says it's not about the money, Spider-Man. They have to uphold the gangster they have the gangster tradition to uphold. Oh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going.
Usually it's the father who's worried about tradition. I'm curious. Weird. Can I ask you a question about Wocky? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus.
Apparently, yes.
I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops something bad. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again.
Yes, it sounded horrible. Wocky has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit.
I should be getting home now. Wocky's in your hands, Mr. Justice.
Right. Leave it to me.
Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous.
Sorry, I'm new at this, okay?
It's alright. I believe in you.
Hey, Phoenix, you here? No? Front entrance to the Maractus Clinic. Walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. Wait, what? Where was I? They told me I was supposed to be going to the Maractus Clinic, right? Yeah, maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. Kitaki, is Wocky here?
It looks like Wocky's out for questioning.
I only need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Excuse me? Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other... Ah, you mean the panty snatcher.
Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. Oh, trust me, Apollo, you will.
He's a valuable witness.
It's a bit precious, I'll give him that. Please, keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. I need to finish this paper. It's you. Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Hey, did you know I'm a lawyer? Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. Wonder what he's on second thought, let's not go there. That's it. The mystery. The unanswerable riddle.
Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties.
What? How is that possible?
It just takes practice, that's all.
Then you must teach me. You must. To think if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch. All from a pair of panties. My life would be complete. He's serious, isn't he? I regret presenting those to him. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to it, nothing more.
You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? God, why am I saying this?
You're here too.
We literally just had a conversation like 2 seconds ago, buddy.
Oh, great, Trucy. Teach me. I must know the secret of your panty. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, please, swap in some synonyms, game. You do realize that there are other words that mean the same thing, right? Please, make me your apprentice.
Apollo, help.
I don't know. I think he'd make a great, lovely assistant.
Don't say that, Apollo.
It's not even that, like, it's a gross word. It's just that it's not a word that gets thrown around very often. And this is taking it out back and beating it to death. Like, it's not a word that's used often outside of, like, specific circumstances. Could you relay what you saw on the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol or something like that at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen." And the next moment a shot was fired. And this is all true. Really? I swear this game gets better after this case. I know that people hate Turnabout Serenade, but at least it's not this case. My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching. True.
It sounds like Wocky was at the scene of the crime after all.
Oh, how I wish it weren't so. How I wish I wasn't having a conversation with you currently, Wesley. Don't ignore me pointing a pistol at you. You're not even gonna acknowledge the other pair? See, the thing that throws me off is that I don't have, I don't have 4 talk points here. Okay, so I'm either done here or I'm missing evidence. Phoenix, where you at? You off smooching Edgeworth off screen?
Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon.
Gosh, what did I do for Eldoon's voice?
What's wrong?
So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you.
Ah!
Now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. Got no other place to go. Ah, I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. And in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah. Can't even cook an honest noodle. E?
Even in death. You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus?
I tell ya. It's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me never to eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. And I want noodles. Let's stand for generations. It served up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. Fish and noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand. It's history, I tell ya. Watch what you say or it might become true.
That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation.
Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it.
That's right. You said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it?
Good memory, Truce doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. And I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Let old noodles lie, that's what I say. I'm starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. You stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that. Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? I couldn't help but sense some... Oh god, this word. I I don't know why this word trips me up so much. Enmity? Enmity? I don't know. Enmity? I hate him. Hated. Him acting like like he smells the roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? The only doctor at that clinic, you know? Pretty impressive, eh? Tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. Started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every 5th operation for free. Still the idea for my pops. 1 free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say.
Can a doctor just decide to do that? And what about the insurance companies?
Oh, no doubt it's illegal. But got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town. Leaving me here in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I've figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation.
Can't hurt to ask, Apollo.
Mr. Eldoon, or should I say Dr. Eldoon. Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon until the year before last.
And so, Mr. Maractus was your rival.
You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. Take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. People who like them, why, that's just fine. People who hate them. I hate onions. Hate them. They're always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I call him. I don't know why, just fucking the idea of Mr. Eldoon hailing down Dr. Maractus being like, hey, onion boy, over here. So, you weren't exactly friends. Huh. Me and Pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. And he'd do it better than me. Blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right, I was a surgeon long before he was, you know? And no good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect.
Don't say that.
It's him I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of an apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you?
Yes?
Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, truce it all?
Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon.
I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Anything new in here? No? Yipes, she's back.
Hey, you two, over here.
Us?
Yo, Little Plum, what's up?
I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy.
I heard you retrieved my bloomers.
Well, I was just doing...
A man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you?
Yes, sorry. I caught him.
You're cute when you're nervous, Polly.
Oh my god. I have to say, like, as much as some of those bits of this case, I'm not like, as much as the whole, like, panty subplot is cringy, like, the dialogue in this case is really good. I'll deal with you later.
But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Wocky?
Wocky? Well, he's a...
Clearly.
Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here.
He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster dude. Or gangster dude. The life does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys.
I love that Trucy's just normal front-facing sprite has such, like, resting bitch face energy. It's great. What? Don't look at me like that.
He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago.
Yes, we heard the story from Wocky.
But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom.
Her words do have a certain weight to them.
Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean Wocky's father?
They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they?
It's true. One of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion.
We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days.
None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Wocky could have taken it.
I see.
I'm pretty sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change.
He doesn't seem too concerned, at least.
Yeah, Wocky's fiance.
They're getting married. They're getting married next month, correct?
I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little plum. How do you guess?
Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her?
Wocky brought her home one day and says he wants to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. And stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people, a nose for trouble.
I wonder what the problem is. You know, I actually don't, like, I partially remember bits and pieces of this case, but my thought sensor is going off. I only partially remember this case. And, like, I may be putting, like, just speculation, no, like, confirmation or denying it or whatever in chat, please. But, if the three of them had access to the, family manor, if they had access to the guns in the family manor, that means that, Alita might also have had access to the guns. I wonder what the problem is.
It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition.
It's a good emote, not...
The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him.
Wocky seems, well... seems like he's against his father's position.
It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Wocky isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true.
Well...
But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
I see. Something must be up.
He'll see things the way the boss sees them. Someday.
About these.
Hey, my bloomers. Thanks for that. I owe you one.
I thought you might like them back, so...
Huh? Oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir?
Oh no, I couldn't, really. Thanks for the...
I could use those in my magic panties act. I'll pull shivs and pieces of Godfathers out of...
and pieces and Godfathers. I thought it said pieces of Godfathers. Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. So this pistol belongs to the Kitaki family, is that correct?
It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now.
Oh?
Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom.
Okay. Can you tell me if this knife belongs to Wocky?
Oh, that's his knife, alright. Bought it for him for his birthday.
Wow, that's a pretty hardcore present.
I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arm.
That's dangerous.
Oh, I know the feeling. I bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti.
Okay, the image of, like, the image of baby Trucy, like, the picture of Trucy that's inside Phoenix's locket, the image of that Trucy, just, like, sleeping with the plate of spaghetti is really funny.
Oh, I know the feeling. I bet he was just as happy as I was with my plate of spaghetti.
Man, I, like, tripped over that sentence, but... Clutching spaghetti like a Blauhai. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is Emma here? Emma is not here. That's right, Sonny. When you're bringing my stand home. I'm ready. Can you see I'm ready? I guess. Well, that stand is back home. The case isn't closed. You hear me? I think I'll avoid talking about a stand in the future. An enemy stand. Leads? So, any leads?
One moment. Shazam! Alakazam!
Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere.
Ta-da! That's all. Neat, huh?
Yeah, real neat. I was hoping to meet with my client. Okay, Kitaki's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out.
Great, finally.
Yo, sup? Sup, my little imposter? Okay, this line... this line has reached new levels of shitpost over the last, like, 3 years. Or 4 years, I guess.
What did you call me?
Sam, it's you. Sorry, G. Thought you were Alita.
My little imposter sure is a strange nickname.
It's a Clink thing. You won't understand. Did I say imposter? And poster, like poster girl, right?
If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl?
She's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. So, what can I do you for?
You don't look so chipper today, Wocky.
Read about your, heart condition, maybe? That was the wackiest thing of all. LSG's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than to fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Man fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know what I'm saying? This is my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. So I hear you're to be married next month. Straight up. Or the... how is that pronounced? Nuptial? Nuptial 40 out on the stoop? What is this sentence? Alita, oh Snapple Cakes. He's so fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way.
I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Diala, but she was very vague.
Well, and she wouldn't tell you. I best hold my tongue, you feel me?
But...
and what's past is past. She knows that. I'm with Alita. I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? My Alita, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past.
Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Pal Maractus?
There's something you should know. Kitakas are having what you might call a feud. Rival's family. About 6 months back. You go into Rival's turf, packing a knife, right?
And you were shot.
Oldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart. My homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that? So you were taken to the Maraxis clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. Can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry.
But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed.
It's still threatening his life. Doctor, did it on purpose. Rivals paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. Shot through the heart and you're to blame. Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is.
My old man, he's gone soft. Says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money.
Isn't that a good thing?
Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better to live fast and die young for shizzle. Wait till I run the yard. Then everyone will know what time it is. That's right. OG time all the time. Represent.
Apollo, why does he count?
Sorry, give me a sec.
Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys?
I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. Snuck him out that night. So the killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night was... Guess it was me. I was there after all. We're finished.
Yo, Wocky. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night?
You don't beat around the bush, do ya? I like your style, shorty. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Hey, that checkup when I found out about the bullet by my heart. I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
But you were carrying a knife, weren't you?
Oh, that? Well, yeah. Never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? Run into him in the park, and he's dragging his noodle stand behind him.
Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand.
Jordy, you're more whack than I am, and that's saying something. I have to say it again. The actual dialogue of this case is pretty good. It's pretty funny.
But I was serious.
Thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? The way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night. And I guess it probably was me who did him in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm very glad that you don't have a response to that. Huh. So am I supposed to go back to the park now? That's my assumption. Nope, guess not. How many talking points have we had with you? Or? phone and the powder.
If everything that Panty Snatcher said was true, it doesn't put Wocky in a very good position, does it?
He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this.
Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present.
It's Charlie, the houseplant. We've had it for years, apparently.
That's Mr. Charlie to you. He's been here longer, after all.
Right, sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. He was raised by a tribe of heathens.
Saying something to the plant as she waters it.
Mr. Charlie forgives you. This time.
Is there anything else I might do to please his high leafiness? Phoenix, are you ready to talk? No? Okay, so... I wonder what I'm missing. Because we've already done 4 talking points with everyone that's here. Park crime scene is off limits to the public. Police officer on guard by the gate is yawning. Ah, he noticed me staring and snapped his mouth shut. Too late, Mr. Officer, I saw you. Poor Mr. Aldoon. His stand's been standing here since this whole thing started.
It almost looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for the children.
I think its owner would disagree. Mannequin put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. But he's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out. It's kind of sad. Blue plastic tarps cover the ground around the stand. They're apparently put here to preserve the crime scene. Knife is sticking straight into the ground. Remember what Wesley Stickler said in the trial today? Wocky was very likely pointing this at the victim.
Like he wanted to kill him.
Yeah, that's the problem. Trash can sits next to the path here.
And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who had Little Plum's bloomers here, huh?
That's right, Trucy. And what a web of what a web of lies grew from that one little act.
I can still remember that moment. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!"
Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Apollo's first traumatic backstory unlocked. Yeah. Okay, this is the mirror we found.
From the hit and run, huh? It's funny how it all ties together like this. You chase after a hit and run and end up Wocky's attorney. Of course, you'll find the real killer soon, won't you?
Okay, so...
This trash can. This is where we found the mirror.
Gosh, my voice is starting to give out on me. Please, stop, voice. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom. Look at the paint on these. That means... these must have ended up here after Mr. Wright's accident.
Maybe they're connected. Let's pick them up.
She's trying to climb over the fence. Looks like that old lady's at it again. Look, I told you yesterday, the park's off limits.
And I told you yesterday, this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go around? How about giving me $5, like yesterday?
Con artist strikes again.
The bottom is covered in paint.
Huh? What's this weird shape here?
It looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint.
So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. Ugh, I got paint on my hand.
Apollo, I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape.
Rude. Gross. I wonder, could this be a print?
Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo.
I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print.
This could be a vital piece of evidence.
Holy shit, it's scientific investigation. Meanwhile, I'm using like the least scientific method of literally just...
Apollo, I don't think you're supposed to dump out the entire bottle of dust on there.
Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe?
Wow, I feel like the case is solved already.
What's next? We have to match the print, right?
Right, let's match it. Wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo.
Oh, good point.
Maybe we should ask her. Get some expert advice.
I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. No, she's an expert of scientific investigation. No one tell Emma.
Apollo, you do realize that that bottle of fingerprinting dust was like a memento, right?
Emma, where you at? Eldoon, do you know anything about toe prints? Wait, I did do that in the fingerprinting minigame when I played Ace Attorney 1, didn't I? Man. Same brain cell activation. And Phoenix just looks on and he's like, yep, that's my boy. Hey, Paradoxica. I'm sorry, I'm like coughing up a lung over here. Man. This is the one issue that I have with a lot of Ace Attorney investigations. Is that, like, if you don't know where to go, they take forever. What? Excuse me, game?
Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure.
Yeah, but what about the guard?
No harm in asking. Excuse me.
Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Business is over in the park, isn't it? Clinic's off limits. It's not involved.
But...
Part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking, no gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. What? I can prove it. I have Maractus Clinic. Shoes. The talk prompt isn't showing up. Police car is parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. Same dialogue. Shoes. What game?
Oh, look at that crowd over by the park.
People are probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene.
But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him."
Wait, that motorcycle. Ah, if it isn't Air Forehead. Prosecutor Gavin? Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck.
Oh my god, he's so cool.
Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know? Try waving to them. They love it.
Oh, he's so cute.
They're so excited, it doesn't matter who waves to them, see? It's surreal.
So you were here investigating.
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Apollo, can you repair my hog for me? Your hog? Apollo, squeeze my hog. My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Ugh, it's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Ah, machines. Tell me you share my angst, Air Forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. Huh. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. Detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah. She's in a foul mood, too. Be gentle. What? Off. I don't even, like, I can't even take a jab at pronouncing that, like, without it just coming out viciously American who's never read German words before. Maybe like Weitersnen? Sen? Baby.
Oh my god, there he goes.
Forecast for the park today? Gloomy skies.
Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo.
Huh? Something about this scene look different to you?
The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there.
The white frock detective from yesterday. And she seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can.
She's under a lot of stress. Investigation's probably not going so well.
Hey, you there. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please.
Oh, Detective Sky, hello. You know, I'm actually really curious. I wonder if Emma is the detective in Spirit of Justice. Because she's not the detective in Dual Destinies, because the detective in Dual Destinies is a guy named Bobby Fulbright, and he's great.
You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kit, and I can't get this stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles for that glamorous fop. Glamorous. Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin?
More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous?
When he walks in, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting.
What do you think this, like, snack is that she's got here? They look like Cheetos, but like chocolate instead of, you know, whatever Cheetos are. Speaking of distracting.
I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent.
Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct?
How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well... He helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me.
Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident?
I can't stand when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe.
Is that grin? But you're a detective now.
Well, I failed the test. But, you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. My heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensic teams arrive.
You sure that's okay?
I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. And those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way.
Glamorous, right. Or glamorous, right?
A prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow.
Cool of wit, furrowed of brow.
Less glamorous and more simorous, you know?
No, actually, I don't.
Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge.
What? Really? He was the one?
You mean you didn't know?
Yeah, Emma's great. To be fair, she is also a gremlin in the original. Like, she has big gremlin energy in the original, but like, she's just got slightly different gremlin energy in this one.
You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys.
Neither a boy nor one of his. But let's see what she has to say. Trans Apollo, Trans Apollo. Even more gremlin now. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details.
Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway.
Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Hell yeah, Nick's trans kids. I think I sent it the other day, but the one that's like, heartwarming. Like, father accepts his trans daughter and then proceeds to eat 12 entire tacos. And it's just a picture of, like, Phoenix in his hobo outfit eating tacos and Trucy standing with a big-ass grin next to him. Oh, do you mind me asking what exactly it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that?
Oh, you want to know, do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy.
Splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue?
What is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit.
Footprint?
It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right, the ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance.
Oh, God. This is being rougher on my voice than I was expecting it to.
Aha! And so, with that kit... Right.
What?
Want to try this stuff out?
Huh? You sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all.
Oh, pshaw. You're friends. And, to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache.
Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Yeah. Okay, I'll give it a go.
That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit.
Why does this not fill me with confidence?
First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park.
Let me explain. Holy shit, Persona 5 reference.
Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe prints, prepare to be examined. Oh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it.
How am I supposed to do that?
And just press A where you want to point or pour the plaster. Like this.
That doesn't look too hard. Definitely plaster.
If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look.
Milk. What's that supposed to mean?
On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. And just press A to blast it with that dryer.
Man, this is a gimmick that has not aged well. I'm sorry, this is a gimmick that did not survive the transition between
There, give it a shot.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now with A, and roll it up and down. Keep going until you get a good enough ink on there for a good print. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Let's see if we get a match.
So the shoe prints belong to Wocky Kitaki after all.
He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Nothing feels better.
Definitely way more into this than I am.
Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case, with science.
Oh, that certainly brightened her mood.
Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way of finding out, of course.
There is? What?
All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? No, I can't think of anything I might have with a toe print on it.
Well, it was too much to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something.
Toe print sample. If we give it another go.
Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I say.
Fill the footprint with the concoction. I'm sorry. It's like force of habit. I have to do it. You know how like, you know how when you pick up like a drill and you have to like press the button on the drill twice to make sure it's working, or like when you have tongs and you have to like clap them together. It's like that. It's really funny how like these it's really funny how these gimmicks just don't translate.
Huh. That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It's strange. It's so smooth.
Except for the part with the leaf.
I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list.
Mystery print. Tarps that were here yesterday are gone.
I wonder why Detective Sky put them out.
Yeah, the only thing they were covering is the ground.
Oh, you know, I think I see something here. A print.
Print? Oh, I can't look at the leaf?
This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. And still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Eldon's noodle stand.
Gosh, all of my voices are going out the window.
It does make one wonder. Hey, you.
Yes?
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
This pouting face is also really good.
You wouldn't happen to have something in mind. Something that might have left this mystery shoe print.
This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. No, I think I have our culprit right here.
Take that!
Well, I think it's these slippers, actually.
Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here?
But look at the bottom, see?
It's covered with paint. Except for...
See? Right there.
Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf.
What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it?
Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic.
Exactly. The victim's clinic.
Wait, that means... that someone from the clinic was involved.
Why is she just standing there eating?
Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What?
Can you get us access into the Maractus clinic?
The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic aren't connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes.
Really?
Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. It seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty.
Wait, did that say that it was... Right, Maractus Clinic. Here comes justice. Emma, you're surprisingly, like... I like the idea that Emma just forged Gavin's signature. Oh, I should probably do the other shoe print before we, move on. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? Yep, cool. What did that say? Oh. I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. That is not done cooking, Emma. Emma's just so excited to get to the scientific investigation. Wesley, why do you have, like, a nail in the bottom of your shoe? So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony. Final version of it, at least.
Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing.
Just giving Emma more reason to do more scientific investigation. Ah, you two again. I know, when will you learn? Get me however you want, you're not getting in today.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have.
What's this? Detective Sky? Yes, Wesley was the panty snatcher. Today it was Prosecutor Gavin, today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. Gotta let you in. Have fun.
Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo.
Please give.
Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it?
This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it.
The police guy out front wasn't so sure.
Found it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day.
There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo.
Please give ya.
Look at all these bowls.
From Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty.
Then I think we figured something out.
I think we have.
Mr. Eldoon must do takeout.
Not exactly what I was thinking.
All the bowls have been washed clean.
I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Corona.
These must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic.
Same as the pair we found, of course.
Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint in the bottoms. Which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder.
Right. Paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run?
There's a single pair of sandals here.
Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients.
Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus.
You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here,
Why'd they leave without their shoes?
better take a closer look at these, just in case. Bet you can't guess whose shoes these are.
Hey, Apollo, do you think this is...
Huh. This could be a toe print. I like the expanded name. I don't know if you want me to call you Steven or Steve now, but how are you doing? This could be a toe print.
Maybe we could get a print off of this. Let's try it out. Apollo... How many times do I have to tell you not to dump the entire bottle out?
Just being thorough, Trucy. Steven is good. Yeah, it's good to see you too. I hope you're doing good.
Apollo, I hope you realize that I'm gonna tell Emma about this.
I'm sorry, like, I have to. It's part of my nature. I think like 90% of the stuff up here is covered. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe?
But wait, I mean, it's great we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints?
Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print.
This seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice.
Yeah, good idea.
I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science.
She'll have us analyzing face prints.
Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way of finding out, of course.
There is? What?
All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I think I just might, actually.
Really?
I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print?
Take that!
This pair of sandals, toe print and all.
Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy.
I somehow got Trucy and Emma's voices mixed up. Can you analyze it for us?
Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good.
Hey, we're the ones who found the prints.
A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers.
I was afraid of that.
All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know?
I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Can we present the shoes to Wocky? This is also definitely the most that I'm struggling with the navigation system.
Well, the time of the decision is upon us.
Wow, that came out weird.
Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to?
Excuse me? Both detainees are currently in questioning to corroborate their accounts. Mr. Stickler and Wocky? Both of them? I pity the questioner.
I guess we'll be back then.
I do not know where I'm supposed to be going.
Well, if the prints on these slippers and these sandals match, which they do, it means that the same person was wearing them. You know, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing. It is, isn't it? I've never felt so alive.
I don't know about science, but this is a major lead. See, the thing that's throwing me off here is that she only has 3 talking points available. Science is fun, people.
Fingerprint analysis is the very basis of modern forensic science.
I guess you could put it that way.
And you two know how to dust for prints on your own now. Make sure to examine anything that you find that might have prints on it.
You already tell how fun it is. Okay, Do I need to go and talk to, like, Phoenix or some shit? Phoenix, wake your bitch ass up. Ah, a prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? Use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? You want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself? Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. "7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. Hobo Phoenix is great. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius." That's actually kind of funny if, with later game knowledge, the way that he phrased that. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It's all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. I was only 17 years old at that time. 17 years old? That's still high school. Man, that's crazy because, 17 years old puts Prosecutor Gavin's case with Phoenix as the youngest attorney in the entire series. Because Trials and Tribulations Franziska is 18. Or not Trials and Tribulations, Justice for All. Took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know? I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. By shame, I left practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence. Had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, Origin Attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. What about what happened in my first trial? We're really flashing back to this. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There's a single piece of forged evidence. Talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. Naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Maybe now we're supposed to go to the detention center? Man, we've been stuck on this for forever. I need to present something to Phoenix. Phoenix only has 2 talking points here. Emma, where am I supposed to be going?
Look, this door says doctor's office.
Think this is the victim, or think this is the victim's private office?
It's not locked. Too bad.
Why too bad?
I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around.
It's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about.
Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door.
Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break-in. They left through that window.
Wait, Apollo. You're too late to catch them now.
Must be her experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police.
Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance.
You're right. Better at this than I am.
Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now.
Books and papers are scattered around the room.
Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry.
And the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? Juice that spilled out of that cup. It's dry.
So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now.
Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it.
Kind of an expensive-looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken.
Broken? Don't you mean burned out?
No, our cat burglar must have dropped it.
Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then?
Hey, look at the cord.
Huh? There's a red splotch on a part of the cord. I can't even see that in the sprite there. You think that's blood?
It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish.
Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. It's blood, it's just Danganronpa blood instead. This potted plant has seen better days. This doesn't make sense either.
What doesn't?
Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right?
That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar.
So why look under a potted plant?
Maybe they were looking for a key to the safe.
The murderer was Mukuro Ikusama, the 16th student hiding somewhere in the school. Thank you, Sachi. Gosh, like, there's a part of me that wants to stream Danganronpa, but there's also a part of me that doesn't want to touch it on stream with a 10-foot pole. Yeah.
Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe.
Heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but a key to a safe?
And then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys.
This is getting nowhere fast.
What a cute little safe.
Looks like a 4-digit lock.
And someone's already entered 2 numbers, Apollo. And 7, 9... Wait, do you think...
That burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe.
Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers?
Oh, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9.
Maybe there's something in the court record. Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers.
Oh boy, I love Zero Escape. Well, I have an idea.
I knew it, Apollo. What is it?
Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are.
Take that!
You press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right?
It would leave a print.
When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints...
We'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo.
Okay, so the other 2 numbers are 5 and 2. What? We really doing all of this again because I backed out of it by accident?
Take that!
Honestly, this is kind of some Zero Escape shit. Man, why did that take so much? Look, and you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9.
These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves.
Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. It opened. There's a bullet hole in the back of this safe.
This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it.
X-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak.
But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Wocky Kitaki. So this is Wocky. Our client's chart, huh?
Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Palmaractus. Ugh.
What is it, Apollo?
Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala is Wocky's fiancée. Wait. he said Alita Tialita.
That's one Ida too many, Apollo.
Never mind that. What's her name doing here?
How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic.
Odd that she neglected to mention this before now.
I'm sure she had her reasons.
So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic. She had access to Wocky Kitaki's medical chart.
You got the I and the Y wrong, Apollo.
Very interested in... Alright, be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Hey, completely random thought. Sachi, did you see the screenshot that I posted in the games channel in from 14? This looks like a bullet hole.
You can still see the bullet sticking out of it.
Why is it in the middle of a safe?
Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished.
Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. Yeah. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. You know, funny thing about mounts in 14, every single mount in the entire game can fly. And that means that Torgal from 16 is just a wolf you can ride that, like, flies. Whoa, what are those? All's covered with beakers.
Something's moving inside of that one. You look, Apollo.
Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish.
Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds.
Whoever designed this had a sixth sense of humor. Window is ajar.
That must be how our burglar escaped.
Wonder who it was. Completely random thought, didn't Final Fantasy XIV do a test run of something a little bit ago that was like a test run for cross-region, like, ability to jump cross-region worlds so that you can play with friends with your good character instead of having to make a Smurf account for it? Wonder who it was.
Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here.
Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least.
I'd give it a month myself.
Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. There's something really funny to me about the idea that, like, Trucy is Mask to Mask. She is Mask to Mask the second. Guy Eldoon's dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and their owners resemble each other. Guess there are exceptions. Did I miss something in there? I will say, like, as much as I'm enjoying the dialogue in this case, this investigation segment is tedious. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to be rotating evidence in my mind. muffin.
Wow, it's all mushed.
That was one tough safe.
You know, it looks kind of yummy.
Huh?
Like ice cream. Caramel.
You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. I was thinking it looked closer to a muffin. I love rotating evidence with my mind. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, muffin and cupcake scan the same in my brain, so. This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like, they were trying to write their name and slipped.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord?
I used to write my name on my magic ropes.
Bulb is broken. It won't turn on.
Oh, how's it broken?
Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
My finger.
You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait.
Magic blood. Gotcha.
Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. We love a gremlin in this household. I don't think those prongs are fitting in the wall, my man. Weird. Oh, maybe we're supposed to go and talk to Wocky. Man, I cannot wait until we get to the next game and the stupid navigation system is banished to the Shadow Realm for all of time. Did you cry, Angel? Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, man. Now I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. Open world Ace Attorney. Have you ever heard Sachi, have you ever heard of a little game called Paradise Killer, I think is what it's called? Yeah. You got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Thought I was gonna say Raincode. Is Raincode like open world-ish? I haven't played Raincode yet. It's a game that I like kind of want to stream, but I'm also scared to stream because Danganronpa. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about one or two guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience. You feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
You didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. And my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Or my dead body. Spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. And my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. Day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake. Wocky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. That was the one who bought them for her.
For Miss Tiala.
Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. Wocky's into feet, confirmed.
So, these sandals are hers.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Now, what did that say? And that's so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. Seems preoccupied with something else. How my Alita's doing? Man, I miss her. Okay, so am I supposed to go to Eldune's house now? No? You know, here's the thing, as funny as it is to be mean to Wocky, like, he's one of those characters that's more just, he commits the crime of being annoying more than he commits the crime of, you know, like, being a bad person. He's just, he's funky, he's weird, and he's a bit of an idiot. Wait! Wocky Kitaki is a Yakuza side story character. And it's not even, like, you don't even have to stretch that statement. He is 100% a Yakuza side story character. I don't know how it took my brain so long to, like, process that, but... Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Wocky. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. Signed Alita Tiala. You lawyers do your homework.
So, you met Miss Tiala when you...
Oh god, he is one of the delinquents that'll just jump you in the middle of the street, isn't he? Gosh, I gotta get back to playing the Yakuza games. Honestly, I just need to, like, get over myself with regards to why I haven't played the Yakuza games again. Because the whole reason I haven't gone back and played Yakuza Kiwami is that I feel bad that I didn't do any of the side story stuff in Zero. Like, I did maybe, like, 5 side stories out of, like, 100. And I feel really bad about it. But it's also, like, you know, I streamed Yakuza 0, like, 2 years ago. Like, almost, like, I streamed... Actually, it's not quite 2 years, because my 2-year stream anniversary is in, like, 2 weeks. But, it's like a year and a half, I guess. And it's like, I want to go back and do some of the side stories for Zero, but like, it's been so long since I streamed Zero, I don't know if I'd be able to stream it without just restreaming the whole game. Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so. Could you tell us a bit about your about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me and hauled me off to the docks.
The Maractus Clinic.
That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? You're scared of me at first, turns out. You know what they say, a bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. Who's done with that clinic anyhow? I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangsta style. Guess what she said?
What did she say?
Come on, give it some thought. Said it real quiet like, on the down low. Like, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal. You know it. An oath of love right there in the hospital room. No, fuck off. It's like that, the op was done. We were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying?
But didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup?
Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenged. Revenged? Hey, I'm still living large now, ain't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? My old man suddenly gets the idea that we all gotta go get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. You know, I think the thing that's throwing me off the most is that this game doesn't have the leading dialogue that the other games do. I'm noticing now. Because like the other 3 games, whenever you hit the end of like the point that you're supposed to be talking with someone, Phoenix or Maya would be like, hey, like, it looks like we're done here. Let's go check somewhere else. But this game doesn't seem to have that.
Mr. Aldoon, we've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Trucy doll?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Aldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Aldoon. Mr. Aldoon, could you take a look at this? Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why the sudden silence, Mr. Aldoon?
What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial of suspicion of murder.
Trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
ABD?
All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this Wocky Kitaki feller's not doing so well. Got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. You can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. I was about to say, like, shit that's that close to your heart is like, it can end up being actually impossible to operate on.
What?
The bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta. It's connected to the heart. That scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side there, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on there. That's something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with.
You mean?
A miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart pumping and the lungs working, that bullet's on the move. They give him another half a year, tops.
But Wocky's operation was already half a year ago.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time. These kids shouldn't be on trial. They should be on an operating table.
Great. Just great.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
Got a pretty good idea of how he felt. Emergency operation. He got the kid's chest open on the table. He finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Old despair.
Despair.
The only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. Wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
The Kitakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Wocky's back on the street, living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful.
Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Wocky to die.
There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll, waiting hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. You're up against real evil. Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Wocky, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
Or there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Wocky...
He's real lucky to be alive, even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo.
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Wocky's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Okay, I know it's a little bit early, but this is going to be where I end for tonight. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I should be back with more of this tomorrow as long as my brain doesn't spontaneously decide it wants to play randomizer or something. But,
yeah, give me just a sec and we'll find someone to raid. Okay. Y'all know what time it is. I'm nothing if not predictable. But yeah, I should be back with more of this tomorrow, hopefully. Otherwise, I guess have a good one and take care.